Good morning, this is Ramal Magalas, your subject teacher for Empowerment Technologies. Lesson 2, Netiquettes.
In this generation, people are dependent on the internet, like how people socialize face-to-face. We should follow etiquette at all times as it mirrors our personality. Being on different platforms, we should be aware of our actions and protect ourselves at all times at the same time. Remember that once something has been shared online, it cannot be deleted.
Netiquette or network etiquette is concerned with the proper manner of communication in the online environment. Core rules of netiquette adapted from Virginia Shea's Core Rules of Netiquette. Rule number 1. Remember the human. When communicating electronically, whether through email, instant message, discussion post, text, or another method, practice the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Remember, your written words are read by real people, all deserving of respectful communication. Before you press send or submit, ask yourself, would I be okay with this if someone else had written it? Rule number 2. Adhere to the same standards of behavior online that you follow in real life. While it can be argued that the standards of behavior may be different in the virtual world, they certainly should not be lower. You should do your best to act within the laws of ethical manners of society whenever you inhabit cyberspace. Would you behave rudely to someone face-to-face? On most occasions, no, of course. Neither should you behave this way in the virtual world. Rule number 3. Know where you are in cyberspace. Netiquette varies from domain to domain. Depending on where you are in the virtual world, the same written communication can be acceptable in one area, where it might be considered inappropriate in another. What you text to a friend may not be appropriate in an email to a classmate or colleague. Rule number 4. Respect other people's time and bandwidth. Electronic communication takes time. Time to read and time to which to respond. Most people today lead busy lives, just like you do, and don't have time to read or respond to frivolous emails or discussion posts. As a virtual world communicator, it is your responsibility to make sure that the time spent reading your words isn't wasted. Make your written communication meaningful and to the point, without extraneous text or superfluous graphics or attachments that may take forever to download. Rule number 5. Make yourself look good online. One of the virtual world's best things is the lack of judgment associated with your physical appearance, the sound of your voice, or the clothes you wear. The quality of your writing will judge you. So keep the following tips in mind. Always check for spelling and grammar errors. Know what you're talking about and state it clearly. And last, be pleasant and polite. Rule number 6. Share expert knowledge. The internet offers its users many benefits. One is the ease in which information can be shared or accessed. And in fact, this information sharing capability is one of the reasons the internet was founded. So in the spirit of the internet's founding fathers, share what you know. When you pose a question and receive intelligent answers, share the results with others. Post resources and reference for your subject matter. You have recently expanded your knowledge about a subject that might be of interest to others. Share that as well. Rule number 7. Help keep flame wars under control. What is meant by flaming and flame wars? Flaming is what people do when they express a strongly held opinion without holding back any emotion. As an example, think of the kinds of passionate comments when you might read on a sports blog. While flaming is not necessarily forbidden in virtual communication, flame wars, when two or three people exchange angry posts between one another, must be controlled, or the camaraderie of the group could be compromised. Don't feed the flames. Extinguish them by guiding the discussion back to the more productive direction. Rule number 8. Respect other people's privacy. Depending on what you are reading in the virtual world, be it an online class discussion forum, Facebook page, or an email, you may be exposed to some private or personal information that needs to be handled with care. Perhaps someone is sharing some medical news about a loved one or discussing a situation at work. What do you think would happen if this information got into the wrong hands? Embarrassment? Hurt feelings? Loss of a job? Just as you expect others to respect your privacy, so should you respect the privacy of others. Be sure to be on the side of caution when deciding to discuss or not to discuss virtual communication. Rule number 9. Don't abuse your power. Like in face-to-face situation, there are people in cyberspace who have more power than others. They have more expertise in technology or have years of experience in a particular skill or subject matter. Maybe it is you who possesses all of this knowledge and power. Just remember, knowing more than others do or having more power than others may have does not give you the right to take advantage of anyone. Think of rule number 1. Remember the human. Rule number 10. Be forgiving of other people's mistake. Not everyone has the same amount of experience working in the virtual world, and not everyone knows the rules of Netiquette. At some point, you will see a stupid question, read an unnecessarily long response, or encounter misspelled words. When this happens, practice kindness and forgiveness as you would hope someone would do if you had committed the same offense. If it is a minor offense, you might want to let it slide. If you feel compelled to respond to a mistake, do so in a private email rather than a public forum.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching.